Hello, and welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thank you very much for tuning in and joining me as I explore the wide world of pens. You see in front of you a pen from a very familiar maker. The name is undergoing a change, but we'll see how that has impacted this particular pen. And there's that quaint saying. We flip it over, we'll see the inventory marker. We'll give you the translation. Cover just comes off. It's a nice box. And we see the first of the differences of the branding. This is your instruction manual, but it's Majohn, not Moonman. And it's a nice lot of English on this side, covers all their different filling mechanisms. And on the other side is Chinese. What a surprise. Comes with an eyedropper that Moonman has used a lot in their eyedropper fill pens, and here is the pen. It's an S7. I got it in this brown. It's available in 2 colors. And here's the listing that I purchased it from. I think the engraving on the cap band is done very well. And I like the cap band that extends beneath the cap. Let's take the cap off. 1, 2, a little over 2 turns, so a little more than I like, but still good. And we'll see the first surprise in my viewpoint. It's a number 5 nib. That's standard Moonman. Looks to be an extra fine. It's a fairly small section. It's not exactly what I expected in the pen, and we'll look at some pens I would compare it to a little bit later. And since it's an eyedropper, the section unscrews, and I have it on there pretty tight. I'm certain I silicone greased it because I've taken this pen apart. And there's the section with that nice O-ring there to seal it up because I had silicone greased the threads in the O-ring. And we put the cap back on. So let's explore this pen a little bit. This will be a quick review. And I'm not planning on doing any writing. I've written with this nib many, many times, and unfortunately the pen does not excite me. The S7 is a simple eyedropper design, so there's not a lot of pieces to it. You got your barrel with this end finial glued in place, it looks like, with a nice metal band to match the one at the top. We have the section with a nice O-ring, which you would expect, and it's above the threads, which is where I like it to be. And we see the number 5 nib in a nib assembly with a nice O-ring at the bottom. Sometimes there's one at the top, at least on the number 6 size Moonman nibs, or Majohn nibs. This is a clip I haven't seen on another Majohn. And we have a similar end to the cap as we do to the barrel. So there's symmetry there. A good engraving, nice big cap band. And we'll look inside to see how they've attached this. See if there's a screw or not. Hold on. So now we're in dark mode. Color might look a little different. Let's look inside the cap. And we'll see no metal screw or anything. So it appears that that finial is screwed down that holds the clip in place. Yeah, again, that nice engraving. And as we take the LED X-ray inside, we'll see how that frosted look. So the inside is not polished. And I'm pretty certain it's the same on the barrel. We'll check that out too. And yes, same type of finish. Something different that they've done for this eyedropper only pen model. I did mention only one O-ring, which I felt there should be more than one. And yes, this one I found probably came off when I unscrewed this nib assembly. So you got to be careful in case you do that. It is loose, and you don't want to have it get lost, like it almost did for me. So you may ask, Chris, why did you get the S7? Well, Moonman has done a lot with eyedropper pens. Here's the C1. As you can see, it's inked up, not much ink left in there. This pen I've enjoyed since the moment I inked it up. Here's a Q1. Cute. And as we see, it says Moonman. And then here's the C4, which was the latest one. And they added a shutoff valve. So for those that prefer their eyedroppers to be sealed up when they're not in use, this works well. And again, they've done a lot with these little clips. They've really gone little on this one. And it's Majohn on the cap band. So I wanted to fill in my collection. So the S7 is now part of my collection of Moonman eyedropper pens. So I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the Moonman Lakai. And then the Wonkai. This pen was a daily writer for me for many, many years. Carried it around in my pocket, always wrote first time. They made an ebonite version of this, but to me the price was too much. Here's some amazing acrylics that they made in the latest edition of this pen. And of course the S5. Amazing amount of eyedropper pens from one manufacturer. I love the variety, and that's why I have now the S7, which I'm not going to write with. So here we are with the pen on a rotating turntable held up by a crab. Certainly the weight is not any challenge whatsoever. It's a very light pen. I don't recommend the pen for many reasons. Number one, nothing special. Number two, number 5 nib, also nothing special. Shape is just standard. There's tons of pens out there with the same shape. Does it have some attributes which are nice? Yeah, eyedropper, well made. If it's a pen that you like it aesthetically and you want an eyedropper and you want one that's a more standard design, because you saw some of the other eyedroppers are not standard in their design, this will suit the bill. But not something that I'm interested in or will pursue. So we've reached the end of this video. I hope it finds all of you safe, healthy, and happy, enjoying your pens, putting ink on paper or some other material, and just having a smile on your face as you see ink being deposited. Hopefully in the right place that you want it to be. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of my viewers, and hopefully they enjoy the videos that I put out. So with that, we've reached the end. I'm going to say bye-bye till next time.